Tanisha. I'm really upset. Tanisha.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tanisha Strong, and today I have a special guest here with me, Valerie, my girl Valerie.
Hey Tanisha Strong.
Alright guys, so this is my nursing friend from Bowie State University nursing program. We went to the same nursing school together for not 4 years.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
We met our 2.5.
Yeah. So I transferred from Hampton, came to Bowie, and I finished my nursing degree at Bowie State University, and that's where I met Valerie. So this video is going to be about how we studied for the NCLEX, and we passed our NCLEX on the first attempt, y'all. First attempt. Okay? And all this stuff you see right here is our notes, and we're going to be telling you guys how we studied. Okay? We're not going to make this video too long. We're going to get straight to the point because we don't want the video to be too long because, both of us are going to be talking. And we're going to give you the full effect, okay, of both our experiences.
What you really want to know, what you're here to come for.
Yes. We're not playing no games. Straight to the point. And this is for real. Like, I'm telling you, we watch videos on YouTube as well, like, trying to figure out, like, how are we going to study for this? And everybody studies differently. Like, Valerie and I, we both study differently, too. Yeah. So that's why this video is good to see different points of view, okay? So stay tuned and keep watching if you want to know how we studied and passed our NCLEX on the first attempt. So keep on watching, y'all. Alright guys, so we both used Uworld and Mark Klimek to study for the NCLEX. But Valerie also used, what did you use, Val? Because I think she used something else that I didn't use.
I used Beautiful Nursing, the 1-hour comprehensive review video. I've used Archer Review. I've told you about that one.
Yeah.
I used it too. 2 of their videos. I told you about the NCLEX high yield. That one was okay. That was pretty good. Straight to the point. I liked a lot of videos. I need to hear everything, see everything. So that was good.
Right, because I'm a more visual person as well. Yeah. So we both use Uworld and Mark Klimek, but then I use Simple Nursing on YouTube for certain different topics because I need to see what was going on, because Simple Nursing was really good with, I would say, like, using pictures and everything. Like everything was visual. I'm a visual learner, so I have to actually see stuff and, like, listen as well to, like, really understand and remember things better. So first we're going to talk about Mark, because we both use Mark, and then we're going to go our separate ways of talking about different things, right? Mark
is the man! He's the man!
When they say Mark is really good, y'all, listen, Mark is really good. I listened to all 12 audios about, like, 4 times? Like, it's crazy.
I listened to it more than that. I could just say I vouch for him. Even before taking the NCLEX, you can be listening to him right now.
Right now while you're in nursing school. Yes, exactly. Because I listened to Mark my first time, my last semester in nursing school, my senior year, because you got to take the exit exam. So I used Mark as well. Listen to his all 12 audios to help prepare for the exit exam as well. And he's really good with when you graduate as well, too. Yeah. So what I did first, I listened to Mark, the audio straight through, right? And then I used him on YouTube as well, but I didn't really like listening to his audios on YouTube because all the ads, all the interruptions. So Valerie told me about, what are you talking about, Val?
Spotify. And it's free. Just find it on Spotify, and it's right there. You could just listen to it continuously whenever you're driving, whenever you're just cleaning. That's what I did. In between my studying, I was listening to him. I'm not listening to no music. I'm listening to Mark. So it could be in your head all the time. You're going to be like, oh, wow, he said that, or I can make that connection just like that, just because you heard it.
Right. Because I could, like, on YouTube was cool, but when you get in the car, YouTube too much. You can't do other things on your phone. So
you can't exit the app. So you already know that's the problem.
And it's going to cut off. So Spotify, right? Spotify was really good. So it was really good to, like, be in the car when I'm driving, listening to him. Like, I'm telling you, Mark was really good. I tell you, let me tell you the audios, the ones that I felt like was really important. The diabetes ones was really important. The last one about polarization was really important as well. Let me see what other ones I thought was really important.
Psych was
really good too.
Psych, wink, wink. You need that. Psych
was good. And also his transmission precautions was really good. Wink, wink. Transmission precautions was really good. Okay, I'm telling you that. That's really important to know. Your transmission precautions. Like, you gotta know that for sure. Okay? For sure. That's the basics, though. That's fundamentals. Like, you have to know that, you know?
Yeah. But honestly, I just feel like all 12 is just perfect. I feel like you just listen to all 12, honestly.
Listen to all 12, but I just felt like some was like really important. After taking my exam, I'm like, wow, that was really important to go to that, you know, that part. But all 12, for sure, listen to all 12 so you will figure out what you think was like, you know, your weakness that you need to like, you know, brush up on. But really, I found out my weakness really like through Uworld. Uworld like really, you know, breaks it down so you can see like where your weakness is at. But Mark is like a real, I would say, refresher. Like being in nursing school and then listening to him again is like, oh wow, like that's what they were talking about. Like he breaks it down and make it more easy for you to understand. He give you tricks, he give you ways how you can remember things, like so it can click in your head, and that's what you need. Like you want things that will help you connect the dots, exactly. Because you know, like some people, those teachers be talking so long sometimes you don't remember what they're saying.
Class tired as hell.
You're tired, and then Mark came and he just like saying these things. I'm like, wow, like for real, that's
you
all
be
I
so
had.
Engaged, like a whole hour and a half, but you like, damn, it went by that fast. Like you learned so much in that time. Don't even worry about the time.
Don't worry about it. And the audios are long, but it's fine. I'm telling you, it's fine. You're gonna be like, wow, it's worth it. Listen to the audios. It don't matter if it's an hour, 2 hours. Just listen to it. Just relax.
Just relax.
Relax.
Your favorite thing.
Yes.
But I would watch videos and they say, you know, watch 12, watch 12. Honestly, yes, watch 12, but I feel like it, you know, kind of takes away from the other videos because them other videos are also important.
Exactly.
They're also because it's content, so you need that refresher. You need to know all that content for you to take that test and pass.
Yeah. So yeah, just like Valerie said, a lot of videos out there says 12 is like the best. Oh, just watch 12. 12 is just not the only one that you need to listen to. You need to listen to all of them because I'm telling you, it's worth it because 12 is not just the only important one. She's really telling the truth. Like I told you guys, the ones I just mentioned before. Go to those. I'm telling you, diabetes is it's really important, okay? And transmission precautions, all that's in his audio. So here are some notes from Mark's audio, guys. They're already typed up. My friend passed this down to me, this binder she passed down to me for me to help follow along with his audios. So they're already follow along really well. Keep calm and pass NCLEX with Mark Klimek. So this was everything. Literally, we labeled everything, organized from each audio. Each audio was on here and it has pictures in here, everything, like really detailed and nice. But I was like, they say writing out your notes, writing out makes you remember things better. So I was like, okay, let me listen to his audios again and write it out for myself. Yes. So I did the extra work and I made a whole book of my own. I know it's crazy. You're like, girl, you're probably like, girl, you already have the notes right here. You're probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, I wrote out everything on my own. Literally made my own book just like this. Literally, everything that he was saying was right here. Right here. I tabbed that. I made everything like it's like a whole book, y'all.
And that's the same for me. Every video had their own little packet.
Oh, you made packets.
Yes, so you got the video 1, you got the video 2, every single one.
Oh, you
every single one. So I would go on YouTube and it had the like closed captions. So as he's like talking and has the closed captions, I'm also like writing and reading what he's saying. So it was a lot. So in the one color would be either the topic or what he says to memorize. So I know like, okay, the purple is really important. That's what he's telling you to memorize. That's the key things. And then the blue would be like the extra notes.
Wow. Okay, I see what you did, Val. Yes. But yeah, see, color coding is important. So I made sure I got different color pens because I said, okay, black, you're probably not going to really remember that. Just so, you know, you want colorfuls. You want stuff to help, like, okay, like, remember in your head. So I definitely got different color pens, just like how Valerie did for hers color code. Color coding is really important.
I definitely vouch for getting some color pens because, you know, black just gets so dull to me. And I don't feel like you can really, you know, if you have like a photogenic memory, knowing the colors and that picture in your mind, you know, it sticks with you better than just seeing black. Like, I don't know, it just it gives you more interest.
Yeah, and red is a good pen too. Red was definitely good too. So definitely writing out your notes, guys, I definitely would say was really helpful because some things in this binder that was already typed up was not there. Because after when I was looking through my notes again, I was like, hold on, I don't have this page. Where's it at? And I had it in my notes that I've written out. So good thing I did write out all my notes because I had some stuff that was not even in the binder from the audios and I wrote it out in my binder. So
it's always good to get something passed down to you, but of course, go through it yourself and then make sure, like you said, to write it out yourself also because yeah, they made those notes and it helped you out, but what if they missed something that it didn't connect for you? They could have wrote something that, you know, everything that they understood, they already knew already. So what about you? That doesn't mean that's something you didn't know or you did know.
Exactly, Val. Yep, that was good. No, yeah, because you always got, like, you always take things from people, like, you know, that's good, thank you. But you have to make sure you get your own stuff, how you study, how you're going to remember it, because how they did it, it's still probably going to be difficult for you to understand. So you got to find your own ways of learning. Like, you know, that's
try
really
different
important.
ways. Because I remember you used to say, like, you didn't really like into writing notes. You like your Quizlet.
I like Quizlet.
You got to try different ways.
I love Quizlet, guys. Quizlet was my best friend because literally, like, I couldn't just sit here and read something. Like, me reading, I'm going to remember what I read. I had to actually do flashcards. I had to actually do engagement stuff.
And I took that from you.
Yeah.
I took that from you during nursing school.
Yeah, you have to have
flashcards will help you.
Flashcards, engaging in stuff. Like, me just reading, I'm not going to remember, y'all. I'm just not going to remember it. So, y'all, make sure you listen to Mark. So what I did was, first, y'all, I listened to Mark while I was waiting for the Uworld because our school provided Uworld for us. So we didn't have Uworld right away after graduating from nursing school. We graduated in December, actually, y'all, of last year. But we did not get Uworld right away. It was like 3 or 4 weeks we had to wait for a Uworld. So in the meantime, I made sure I listened to all Mark audios first, right? So I could understand information. Like, I had a lecture, right? So when I got the Uworld was like a test. It was like, you know, to see like if I remembered or understood the information. So what I recommend is listen to Mark first.
Yes.
And then go on Uworld.
I agree. Know your content first before you start practicing questions, because you know, you're going to learn things as you go with Uworld, but it's best to just try your best knowing what you can get as much as you can know beforehand. Don't just go straight into practicing questions and you don't really know what's going on, because of course you may be getting some questions wrong. But at least, you know, after learning, you can really test yourself and be like, dang, okay, I learned this from Mark. I can apply this now.
Right. I definitely agree. So I forgot to say this as well. So aside from Mark and Uworld, I use this lady named Barbara. Oh my God, where's the front of this, y'all? Where's the front? It's over here somewhere, guys. But her name is Barbara. She's a nurse on Instagram, and she helps nursing students and people who graduate from nursing school as well to help pass the NCLEX. So she has her own study guide called Pass NCLEX Study Guide, and I'll put her information below in the description so you guys can see this. But I'm telling you, my friend, she emailed me her study guide, and I printed it out at the library because there's so many pages. But literally, she goes through each system. Pediatrics, maternity, leadership, everything, fundamentals, and adult health. She goes through everything. So what I did was, with Uworld, because now we're about to go talk about Uworld. What I did was, there were short notes for each topic. And on Uworld, you can pick the system, and you can pick each topic that you want to do. So say if I want to do adult health, but I want to do cardio today. I want to do adult health, cardio, right? I went my notes, and I would go to adult health, and go under cardio. And I would review every notes that she had under for cardio. And then I would go into my Uworld and do adult health cardio questions. Just cardio questions on adult health. And I tell you, it was like reinforcing the information because I was learning, I was reading information about it, learning about the different diseases, different topics of that, you know, that topic right there. Then I went on Uworld and I was literally seeing the diseases that I just learned from her notes. On the Uworld, I was like, wow. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. That's what it means. Because because I just learned it. So I'm telling you, like, even though, like, people saying, like, you need to do the questions on Uworld all mixed up. Yeah, we get the test is going to be mixed and random. But for you to learn and understand information, I feel like it's better to do by system. Each system, because it was so better for me to reinforce the information. Like, each question was kind of like falling back on each other. Like, oh, so this happened. This is going to happen in that question. Like, you know, like you could just relate and you can understand and answer those questions better. I feel like doing it by system is better to study. And then at the end, when you're done all the questions, then you can do it random. Then you can do a random test to see, like, okay, if you can do it random and all that stuff. But the study system, I feel like, is the best.
For me, I did it randomized. I studied all my content and then I did it, you know, just randomly. Like, I wasn't doing it by system because I just felt like, for me, like she said, NCLEX is mixed up. You don't know what they about to get you. And for me, I just felt like, you know, I need to know here, if you threw this topic at me, I'm going to know it. The next topic, I'm going to know it. I just needed to go through it that way.
See, everybody's different, see? She had to do it random. I was doing it random first in the beginning, guys. I did about like 500 questions all randomized. But I was just like, yo, my head is going crazy. I was like, what is going on? I'm like, it's just so many different stuff happening. I'm like, I need to do it by system. And after I did it by system for myself, after 500 questions, it just worked better for me. See, everybody's different, but me by doing it by system, it was locking in better for me. But for her doing it random, it was working for her. So everybody's different.
So for Uworld, every day I was starting out with about maybe 100 questions on average, which is it is a lot. But after I finished my concept with Mark, all I was focused on was on questions, making sure I know my topics before I get into the exam. So I would take notes, a whole bunch of notes. Like, this is all my Uworld notes.
Oh my God. For real?
Yes.
I can't be talking.
Uworld notes, like, right. She can't be talking. She got a whole envelope with flashcards, but. You know, I had to, read the rationales for sure. Read them rationales and take them notes, whether you know it or you not. Or whether you know it or you don't. But for me, I wrote a lot on more that I don't know. Yeah, you want to write on both. But it's just, like I said, it's a lot of questions. It's like 2,000 questions. Like, that's a lot. But I didn't even go through all of them, honestly, before the exam. Because what I really did was, once I had that question, I read the rationales and made sure it was sunk into my brain. So that's how I did it. Questions and writing.
Wow. So Bella got her whole binder with her rationales.
Yeah, literally, each tab is something different.
Okay.
So, rationales. Read the rationales. So
rationales are very important. I mean, that's why you got the Uworld. It's not just for the questions, it's for the rationales. The main thing is the rationales. That's what the Uworld is for, is the rationales. The rationale.
And it has photos, so like, if you're a visual learner, you got that. There's audios, like you might have a question like that on the NCLEX. So it's
Thank God I didn't, things. But yeah,
it's
I
different things.
Audio.
You need your EKGs. They're gonna make sure you learn your different EKGs, and they're gonna throw you different ones, so you're prepared. So Uworld really is recommended. We had everything during school. We had ATIs. We had Hertz reviews.
They gave us everything. Bowie prepared us very well for the NCLEX. I tell you that. They prepared us very well. Bowie State University.
And nothing was out of pocket. Nothing.
They prepared us very well. Gave us everything we needed. I started out with the Uworld. I was doing 35 questions a day. So I already had my date set, and I knew that if I do 35 questions a day, I studied for 3 months, y'all. It took me 3 months to study for the NCLEX. We graduated in December. I started really studying really serious in January. So I started with 35 questions a day because I was like 100. I said, they are tripping. I said 100 questions. I said, I'm not going to be able to do 100 questions a day. I was like, this is going to drive me crazy.
But that's where you said, do what's best for you.
Do what's best for you. They were
50
pushing
to 100, 50 to 100. I did 100 just because, I'm going to do 50 early in the day, 50 at night. But like she said, she did her 35 and she was good.
I did my 35 because I'm telling you, Uworld questions, it takes time to get through because you got to read the rationale. So it's not like, okay, you do the question, you move on. You want to read the rationale to see why you got it wrong. So it took some time. Even the 35 questions took a time. Okay, so when I got a question wrong, right, I would write the rationales, like the important information out on the rationales. Y'all about to scream when you see all my notes, all my what I call flashcards. It's ridiculous, but it was worth it. This was all, like, it's crazy, man. Like, tell me if you want my notes, okay? Tell me if you want my notes. But I'll tell you, it was 2,000 questions. You're probably like, girl, you got so much stuff wrong. It's 2,000 questions, but I even wrote down. Now, I ain't just write down everything I got wrong. I wrote down some stuff that I got right because I'm like, did I get this right on lock? Because sometimes I'm like, like, dang, I really got this answer right. And I'm like, let me know. Like, and when you read the rationales, though, you will start reading about stuff that you didn't even know. Like, even though you got the answer right.
For each answer choice.
Yes. You got the answer right, you still learning more information that you didn't even know about in the rationale. So I was still writing down stuff like, wow, like, I didn't know this, y'all. So I did 35 in the beginning. Then I started to, because that was beginning, so I did 500 questions, 35 questions per day, up to 500 questions, right? After I was done doing the random tests, because I was doing random tests with 35 questions. Then I was like, okay, I gotta do it by system. So whatever amount of questions were left in each system, I did. So it varied. If it was 40 questions a day for that system, okay. If it was 100 a day or 80, I did all those questions based off of what was in that system from there on. Remind you, I already did 500 on random, so it was not that many questions left in like a lot of the sections. So I ended up getting like 80 questions a day if I had to, based on the system I was on or the topic I was doing. So writing out your rationales is really important, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, like, you can go back to it. Like, when I was done all my questions on Uworld, I went back and I went through like each week, like the end of the week, I would go through my notes just to read through them again, like to remember what I was talking about, you know? So really, writing out is really good.
And don't feel bad about getting stuff wrong, because a lot of people is getting stuff wrong. Uworld is harder than the NCLEX.
No,
a lot of people,
it's harder for real. Okay.
Okay, I did see a lot of YouTube videos like, dang, it's harder. You can even read on Uworld that they say they test harder than the NCLEX.
Oh, they said it. They said it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
they said it, a lot of people, because you know they listen to our reviews. So a lot of people were saying it's harder than the NCLEX, and it is, because you know their questions on Uworld is so detailed. So you're learning a lot. You're getting questioned, you know, harder than the NCLEX. And then when you get to the NCLEX, you're like, dang, like, this is
straightforward. Just straightforward.
This exam?
Yeah.
So also, on top of my questions, I will redo my ones that I got wrong that day. So if I did 100, I'm going to do whatever I got wrong so I can, you know, be reinforced what I got wrong and know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to know.
And I'm happy you brought that up, Valerie. See, at first, I wasn't doing my questions that I got wrong right away that same day, because I was like, I just feel like I'm just memorizing. Oh, I already know I got that answer wrong and this is the right answer, so I'm going to get it right and feel good about myself. So that's why I didn't feel like doing it the same day. I would wait that Saturday, like the end of the week. So I would wait like a couple days later to do the incorrect questions so I can kind of like forget a little bit, so I can feel like, okay, I really understand the information. But then time was getting short, and it was just like nobody had time to go back at the end to do these incorrect questions. It was getting overwhelming. So the same day I just started doing it, and it was like sometimes I did forget. I'm not even gonna lie, because you know I told you I was doing like it depending on the system, so I was doing like 80 questions a day, and when it was time to do the incorrect questions, sometimes I did forget what that answer was. I was like, like, what was that again? Like, I don't understand. Like, you know, like, and that would help reinforce the information, like she said, because you forget sometimes. And, you know, even though you're doing it the same day, at first I was like, no, that's bad. It was helpful.
Because all the topics on Uworld is going to be on NCLEX. So you have to be reinforced. You have to make sure you know everything that's on that, you know, on that, is it called a software, website, whatever it's called.
Website,
make sure you know that's information.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about the self-test on Uworld. So our package that we got from our school, they got us the 2 self-test package. They got us the best package, like, because you got 2 self-exams in there so we can try it out. So what I did was, halfway through my studying, I did the first test to see where I kind of stand. Most people take it before they start the Uworld questions to see, like, where they're lack at. But I started, like, halfway in, and I got borderline. And I was like, I'm borderline. I was so sad. I was like, oh my God, I called Valerie, like, I got borderline. I don't know. But I feel like the whole process through studying for the NCLEX, was like, I was staying positive, low key. But that day when I got borderline, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like, dang, like, I got borderline. But I started watching YouTube videos on people who got borderline too. So I'm like, I'm not the only one, you know. But then I did my second one, like, 2 weeks before the exam, and it said high percentage of passing. So I was like, okay. So I came from borderline to high percentage. So I'm telling you guys, it's hope. It don't even matter. It don't even matter if you got borderline, because I see people who got borderline and they still pass. It don't matter. So I got borderline first on my first one. Second one got high percentage. And what I did was, after each exam, my first one, I wrote out the rationales for each one, because the test, it disappears or whatever. So I wrote out, after certain days, the test disappeared. So I wrote out my rationales, like, on the stuff that I got wrong, so I can review it, like, a couple days, you know, before my exam. So I wrote out everything, you know, that I got wrong for both exams. Wrote out the rationales on the questions I got wrong, and that's the ones I paid attention to. I didn't even go to the ones I got right, and just went straight to the ones I got incorrect, because I'm like, I need to know what is going on. But literally, you can score in the 50s. And you'll be a high percentage.
Right.
And, like, it don't even matter. You could score in the 60s, you probably be, like, very high. But in the 50s, you would have called, they'll have you as high percentage. Yeah.
For me, I had 2 months to study. So I started in January, finished and took my exam the first week of March. So I had to grind it out and do it real fast. So after doing my questions, I did my self-test actually the week before the test. So I had my exam on Thursday. I took mine Monday and the Wednesday before my exam. It's pretty close. That's not what I wanted to do, but, you know, you have to make things work. So Monday I got high chance, and then the second time I got very high. So that was pretty much after I did a lot of my questions. And, you know, despite, you know, having it high, you never know. So it's just like, it's only those certain questions. So it being borderline, you being high, it doesn't mean anything, because that's only those certain amount of questions that you did well on. there's still a lot more information you can know. There's still a lot of questions that you may get right or wrong in the future. But, you know, I always take things with a grain of salt, do my best I can, and then, you know, you just take the exam and do your best, honestly.
Really, yeah, like, really, I feel like, see, we did all this. We did all this stuff, y'all. It's just, like, I'm happy to say, like, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I wouldn't want to regret, like, okay, I didn't put enough work. I didn't put enough effort to say, like, you know, I put my, you know, my all in there to pass this test, and I did. Like, I mean, you see all the stuff that I did, you know, and I feel like being organized is really important because I'm a type of person where I need to write out what I have to do for the day. So to-do list for me is just like the best. So I wrote out everything out on my calendar. My best friend got me this calendar, and I told her, like, I need another calendar because she got me one when I was in nursing school, and it helped me get all my assignments done. My exams were coming up, quiz, everything. Like, I was really organized. So I was like, I need another planner to study for the NCLEX, and she got me another planner to study for the NCLEX, y'all. And I tell you, I was writing out. I was even changing my study plans. Like,
don't be afraid to change your
Don't
plan.
be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to change.
It's gonna change. You're gonna have something. Say one day, you know, you didn't study everything that day, or you want to enjoy yourself one night. Your schedule is gonna change, and that's okay. You just adjust. Life is just adjusting. Nursing school is just adjusting.
For real.
Plan every time you go, but be okay to change.
Exactly. And it's crazy because, listen, I got a fortune cookie. You know the fortune cookies, y'all? I got a fortune cookie that says, the upcoming month shall bring you much happiness.
I remember you.
And I had got this in March, and my exam, I took it in April. So I had got this fortune cookie in March, like I said, and I put it on my calendar for the first month of April, because I took my exam April 5th, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a sign, like, you know, this month is gonna bring me happiness, like, oh please. And yeah, so you see the yellow sticky notes is because I was changing my study schedule. So like I would have something there, I'm like, no, this week is gonna go like this instead. So I would change it. But like Valerie and I said, don't be afraid to change, because stuff happens. It's life. Things are gonna change, and you know, you're gonna find different ways to study. And you know, and I put them on here so different topics I want to focus on. Like, so I have like insulin, burns, different things I want to like make sure I brush up on, because I'm like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen on this test. It's a randomized test. We don't know what's gonna happen. So
for me, I did my schedule on Google Sheets. So I set it up where each day I'm either doing flashcards, questions, or how many Uworlds I'm going to do, when I'm going to do my self-test. And I changed that schedule 3 times. 3 times. So it's okay. I made sure I had a self-care day. Because I was when I study, I'm studying from when I wake up till I go to sleep. My self-care day was Friday. I'm not studying nothing at all, because you need that time to take a break. Yeah, you're supposed to only study a certain amount of hours a day. I don't listen to that.
I don't listen to that either.
I don't listen to that. I need to study.
I'm studying until I don't want to study no more. I can't,
I feel bad. Like, it just makes me feel so guilty if you're not studying.
You're right. It would drive me crazy if I was not studying. Like, and my mom, y'all. I want to think about my mother. She was always reminding me, like, you studied that. I'm like, yes, I already did. Like, it just felt like you were not, you know. And I always started at 1 o'clock. Because I like sleeping, you know. But now, you know, I can't sleep in all the time now. But I was sleeping in, waking up about, I would say, like around 10 o'clock in the morning. And I would start my studying at 1 o'clock. Because I wake up, make some breakfast and everything. And then starting at 1 o'clock really wouldn't be done until probably like 6. Depending on the day. If I had to go somewhere, I'll make sure I'll be done by a certain time. Right. But most of the time, I was done by like 6, 7 at night. Yeah. From 1 to like 7 hours studying. Like, now I would say, I know you probably like straight.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Yes.
Because the Uworld takes time. Like, I'm telling you, like, Uworld is not just, oh, you take the test and take the question and that's it. The rationales are long and really detailed. Like, really, like, I'm telling you, like,
you got a paragraph just about the question, then you got paragraphs about each answer choice. Like,
and then you got the pictures, you know, like, and it's crazy.
It's a lot. And then you gotta write the notes. Like, make sure you comprehend it.
And you gotta write. You saw what happened. We had to write. We had to write the rationales for some of the answers we got right or wrong. So
and then imagine doing them questions that you got wrong again. Like, that's a long time.
Yeah, it took us a long time. Oh my God, you know, we laughed about it, but I'll tell you,
we let it do the pen because that was a lot. Like, that's it. I do see why people like just go ghost during that time, because you gotta really be in grind mode and be focused. Like, it's no, you know, you want to go party every day. No, it's not. You want to grind, because once you take that exam, you take that exam, and that's it. You know, with school, that helps them also with their pass rate. So you're thinking about, I want to pass for myself, but then I want to also pass for my school. I want it to be, I still want our school to be looking good for the next.
Yeah, it's not just about
us.
you. It's just not about you. Like when you take this test, it's not just about you. You want to keep your school lights on, and for the next generation is coming. Like you want to worry about everybody else that still have to come and pass this test. So really, I would say just stay focused. Like I'm telling you, like those 3 months, like I was still going out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't delete Instagram. Like everybody said they deleted Instagram. They did all this stuff. I saw my Instagram. I love Instagram. So I was still on Instagram, but I just knew like.
But it's your mindset.
It's your mindset. Yeah. Like you said. When
you studying, be studying. When you enjoy your time because you need that break. Never feel wrong about you taking a break from studying. But if you're in your study mode, only focus on study. Don't be on your phone all day. I did take time for my phone. But don't be on your phone all day when you know you're supposed to be studying.
Exactly.
After being confident with all the videos and questions and flashcards on flashcards, I also had my home screen as I am a magnet for success. And I just felt like, you're on your phone all day, all the time. And I just wanted to see on my home screen that I'm going to be successful. I'm going to put in the air that I'm going to pass that first time and be good.
Period.
Yes.
So, all right. So I had found a girl on Instagram. I found her on TikTok, but then went to her Instagram, and she had a highlight for like nursing school. I love watching people's highlights of just like nursing school and like their whole process from nursing school to them becoming an RN. And she had like it was like somebody written like I will pass the NCLEX on the first attempt. Like it was like repeated all over this paper, and I had made it my home screen. I cannot find it right now.
I did that too with a sticky note. I put Valerie Antoine. I don't know if it's.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. So look, notes. See, like, it was a notebook, and I'm going to put it on the screen, but basically it was a notebook, and somebody wrote repeatedly, I will pass my NCLEX on the first time. I will pass, like, right the whole time, and I put it on my lock screen for the whole 3 months that I was studying, and I actually had, like, a little whiteboard, and I wrote this, and this was on my desk while I was studying, saying I will pass my NCLEX on my first attempt, and you got this, you're smarter than you think you are. I had this right here for motivation. And I listened to an audio on what it called Apple Music. Apple Music. What it, like the Apple on your phone. And it's an audio, and it was like a smoothing sound. Like when I was on my way to go take my test, I was listening to this nice audio that was like, relax. Like it was like they were just saying, relax, you got this. You know all the questions, you know all the answers. Like I just needed something to just relax me. Just relax me while I was driving to go take my test. And it did. It relaxed me. I'm like, Tanisha, you got this. Like, and one thing Mark said, he was like, you're still in the game. Like, just relax. Just, like you're in the game. Keep going. Don't freak out if it passed 75. Just keep going. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, And I just told that to myself, like, Tanisha, just stay calm. You got this. Like,
Don't even pay attention to the numbers.
Oh, it's so far. Yeah, you don't pay attention to the numbers. Don't even look at it. Just worry about reading the questions and taking a deep breath and make your answer. And don't second guess. One thing, it's crazy though, I didn't really second guess on this exam, to be honest.
I didn't either. Take your time, read it through, pick your answer, and forget about it. Because you got to keep going. Don't be like, dang, what about that? Nope, it's over with. You took that answer already. Like
time is ticking. Yes.
So put your first and last name up with your BSN, RN, anywhere, everywhere, because that's what you're going to be. You need to see that everywhere. You need to believe that. So that's what I put. I had that on my desk. I had it in my room. Like, everywhere. That's what I'm going to be, and that's what I am now. So.
Period. We were both registered nurses, y'all. And our dean had told us, like, I think it was our last semester in nursing school, like, the first day, she was telling us, like, write out on a piece of paper and then write your first name and put RN, BSN right next to it. And we wrote it out. And I remember her saying that, like, you gotta talk about it. You gotta make, put it into existence. So that's what I did ever since she told us that. And I was like, okay. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Yeah.
I need to start doing that. And I wrote it down. I had a whole little thing in front of my desk that says Tanisha RSMBN loading, like saying loading. So you definitely gotta like stay confident, think positive while you're studying. Don't think negative. Like even though you're getting stuff wrong, I was feeling bad too. Like dang, I got all this wrong today. Like sometimes I was scoring really low. I was like, dang, I'm scoring this bad today. You're still learning.
It's
like
learning.
It's a learning
it's
process.
Not about right or wrong. It's learning. Don't think about, oh dang, that score. Don't worry about the score. realize that this score is just you learn it and you're getting closer to the NCLEX and knowing what you need to know. You're not going to know everything when you finish nursing school. You're not going to even finish after the NCLEX.
You're not. You're still learning.
Exactly. Life is a learning process. Exactly. So you're not going to know everything. So that's okay, the fact that you got it wrong, but then you're going to do better. Your scores might go up, your scores might go back down. But it's the fact that you're learning. If you're not learning, then you're doing it wrong.
Right. You got to get some wrong. You can't get everything right.
Yeah.
If you do, oh, you're amazing. You're amazing. Okay.
I mean, shout out to you. Go take the test tomorrow.
Yes.
But you
But
know,
you're gonna get
it's
some
okay.
stuff wrong,
It's okay.
It's definitely okay. So just think positive. You got this, y'all. I'm praying for you. I'm wishing you well.
Yes.
Go take your exam. Set your date and do not change it. Because I was like to change my date, y'all. I was like, dang, everybody taking their tests before me. Like, I'm about to be the only one who would take it. Didn't change my date. I kept my date. Don't change your date.
That's the thing. Do what's best for you.
Do what's best for you. Don't worry about everybody. Just worry about you.
And keep good people around, honestly. Because there's some people that don't understand nursing school. So they're like, dang, let's go out. Like, what you mean you studying?
Oh, you studying out? I feel bad. I kept telling my friends, like, I can't.
Like, what?
Yeah,
No.
I'm studying.
Be around good people who understand that and going to support you. And
I had a good support
love.
system, though.
Yes.
I had a good support system. My friends, they understood. Like, if I tell them I got to study, like, okay. They always understood. So my support system was
keep good, positive
great.
energy around you, within you. Like, that's all you need.
That's all you need. So
Best of luck.
Best of luck, y'all. Best of luck. Y'all got this, though. Y'all got this. Just think positive. You got this. Just make sure you put in the work.
YouTube is your best friend and put in the work, like she said.
YouTube is your best friend for sure. Because I was watching those videos.
YouTube.
I was watching those videos just like she said. I was watching those YouTube videos on how to study.
There's so many. There's Archer. There's so many videos that you can watch and just do what's best for you and do them questions on Uworld.
Uworld is your best friend too.
Uworld, because we try everything. Don't get us wrong. We try everything. We had ATI. We had Hearst Review. We had Uworld. And Uworld was just the best for us. Yeah. We're not trying to downplay whatever was best for you in the past if you passed already. But for us, we recommend Uworld.
I recommend Uworld for sure. Uworld saved my life. Okay? So, y'all, hang in there. You got this. I hope this video helped you really well. And
Thanks for inviting me.
That you came here, Valerie, and helped me, do this video. I was like, Valerie, you gotta come over so we can do this video so we can help everybody out there that's studying right now for the NCLEX, y'all. You got this. Stay strong. Think positive. Because you can be a registered nurse as well.
Just
so
like
we're both registered nurses. We got our nice jacket on, got our name on it. RMBSN on there. Yes. Thank you, V.
Yes, shout out to our big sister.
V. We're part of Chi 85 Sorority Incorporated. So, yes, the nursing sorority, guys. And, so give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.
And comment.
Comment below. We got you guys. Hit us up. We got you. See you guys soon. Bye.